And welcome back here to the Best Mullet Field on the campus of Hesston College. We're getting ready for Game 2 of this double dip between Dodge City and your Hesston College Larks. One thing that we didn't mention in the open of the game, this is not a conference game for either team. It's just a game for these two to play as they're filling up the conference season. Larks are Division 2 and Dodge City Division 1. Amy Bertato coming to pitch here for the Larks in this contest. As I'm joined up here, Casey Cole snuck into our nice little heated press box as Amy Bertato starts Jessica Espinoza with a strike. Larks fell in game 1. Casey, I spent too many years cold in the frozen press box at the City Ball Diamond. I know what it takes, a little heater up here. And that pitch missing downstairs on count 1-1 strike. Espinoza leads things off. Avila batting second. Pacheco batting third with Hufford batting fourth. Huff in the 5-hole. Come up and stay warm if you need to. Okay. And they count 1-1 strike here to Espinoza. It's on the ground at Bailey. Plays it off the hop. The throw across to Chelsea, who's moved over to first base. 1 away. Larks stranded 15 runners in game 1. And that will bring up Carissa Avila. Here.
Number 1, Carissa Avila.
Sorry, Lorena, my fault. Hey, if you're a fan of the Conks, fan of the Larks, as that one popped straight up, Amy makes the play. And there are 2 outs. Fan of Larks, fan of the Conks, we'd love to hear from you. Send us a text, 620-217-1465. Tell us who you are, who you're watching, where you're watching from, and any questions, comments, and feedback you might have about our live Larks softball broadcast. 2 away for the Conks, top of the first. As Amy missing high, 1 ball. Same lineup for the Larks defensively, except for the switch between Amy moving to first, or Amy coming to the pitch and Chelsea going to first. Marissa's behind the dish. Pacheco ahead 1 ball. She's behind the dish, and that one skips away. 2 balls, no strikes. Amy's numbers on the season, she's 2-2. 15 innings pitched, 31 hits allowed. 17 runs, 17 of those, they were all earned. 4 walks and 13 strikeouts. A 7.60 ERA. Counts 2 balls, no strikes. Amy tried a curveball. That had some spin on stage just a little bit outside, and our count moves 3-0 to Pacheco. 2 away here, top of the first from the Best Mullet Field. And spent too many years in the City Ball Diamond as that pitch stays low for the walk. The Larks used to play at the City Ball Diamond about 2 blocks north. And the
Number 17, Allie Hufford.
As Allie Hufford stepping in. 2 blocks north, the press box was unenclosed in open air. About 8 feet in the air. As there's a little flare, and that will dink in, and the throw not in time. Now he rushes the throw. Run coming home, and that will be an unearned run as Pacheco runs all the way through. And Hufford taking second on the error. And Dodge City has tacked an early run on just like they did in game 1. And that will be I believe that will be the first unearned run.
Number 7.
Got a text saying, "Go Amy from your family, we love you," from Whittier, California. So an error charge to the Larks. And Courtney Huff takes a strike. We're pretty comfortable and toasty up here in the press box, not going to lie. Amy dealing. And comes inside with a change or the curve, and they count now 0-2. This field has the new LED lights and has fly ball lights on that, and I love that. And the 0-2 coming up. That's a little one hopper at Natalie. Natalie can't come up with it, and the second straight error for the Larks and a runner aboard. So Larks with a pair of quick errors. Got a text saying, hey, Jessie girl, lots of California eyes on you today. Love you, baby. So proud of you. Oh, Jessie Miranda with a fan club starting. Daisha Mendez stepping up. And that's a fly ball to center field. Nis going back, and Nis will make the play in front of some fans out there who are taking up residence beyond the scoreboard. Larks work their way out of a jam, and we will go, after 1-run scores, we will go to the bottom of the first. Larks trail 1-0 back after this here on the Lark Network. Sure.
I've definitely grown as a person to be more confident, and working with my professors, they really want to have a good relationship with you.
I think what makes a good student is someone who is curious, someone who is genuine, really commits to wanting to learn things that will help them in their life and connect the dots between faith and learning. I think those are qualities that make a student that's exciting to work with for me as a professor, and really gives life into what I enjoy doing.
If someone's going to have a relationship with you and then be mentored or discipled by you, they need to feel like they belong and they fit, and that you value them as a person.
This year I'm more prepared to help other freshmen and to bring them under my wing, and just helping around campus, learning about the new activities and being able to share that with so many other people.
Perfect, there we go. And welcome back here to Best Mullet Field on the campus of Hesston College. I'm joined by former softball coach Woody Miller. Woody, great to have you up here with me.
Thanks, Rusty. This is a lot of fun.
Yeah, it is to be up here. Little different view from all those years as a head or an assistant coach. But, man, finally to have this on campus. What do you think this means to the campus community?
I think it's just, it's hard to describe, actually. It's a dream come true. Andy and I, Coach Sharp and I, jokingly call this the Field of Dreams because we dreamed about it for so long.
Oh, absolutely.
And talked to recruits about it, and finally it happened. So, yeah, it's awesome.
Jessie steps in and pulls back on the bunt and takes a ball. And this is the one thing we were trying to figure out who was going to pitch with Dodge City's lineup. They like to use the DP as the pitcher or the flex as the pitcher, and this is Emily Stevenson on the hill. We had no updated stats for Stevenson as she misses low and away. 2 balls, no strikes to Jessie.
What are your impressions of the new field, Rusty?
I love it. I absolutely love it. It's 215 down the line, it's 220 to center, but really you had a feeling of, as Jessie line drive, that's off of Stevenson's foot, and Jessie has herself a single. She hammered that ball right back up the middle, and she is aboard. I love the fact that it's here on campus. Great lighting. I like these LED lights that they have, so and the fly ball lights.
Right. Yeah, so, it's well lit. Only 4 poles, which is interesting. But you mentioned the home run fence. That last batter for Dodge City, that ball would have been gone.
I think so.
Down at the City Diamond, because that was a 200-foot fence down there, and this is a taller fence and a little bit deeper. So I really like the dimensions a lot. I do too. And during game 1, we had some people from Showalter Villa make their way over to check things out, and there's a few Lark fans. Faithful. I think that's Brett Heischmidt and company out there behind center field. Yeah, I was wondering who that was. That's a pretty good shot. That's right down the. They can watch the ball go into the glove back there. That's nice. Got a text saying that's my girl number 21. That's Jessie's fan club stepping in as they're giving Stevenson a couple more warm-up pitches. She took that right off the ankle. Yeah, she really did. Wow. So that's always. I see her wearing a mask, and she maybe has been hit before. A lot of times you see pitchers that wear masks have had injuries before, but that's got to be scary for her to see that ball hit as hard as it was. Oh, and it was hit. It was a laser that went off of her. Just got all of that one.
Number 22, Nis Aguilar.
And Nis Aguilar digging in here. Nis had a double in game 1, and she'll step out, or step into the box, I should say. fans starting to trickle in, and this takes a strike. Jesse's off to the races, and Jesse's caught stealing on the far side. I thought she was going to sneak in there, but the throw on target from Pacheco.
She must have caught her right on the back arm going in, because Jesse was by her, but the tag was on. So, yeah, that was a good throw.
And there's one away, and the runner gets cleared from the bases. That's the third time Jesse's been caught stealing this season. Nis swing and a miss, and she's quickly down in the count, 0-2. Jessie came into today 6th in the country in stolen bases with 11, just 4 back from the nation leader. So she's always been a threat to run. So Nis working here with the 0-2 count. Nis a fly ball right side, and that is played by Irwin out there perfectly. And 2 quick outs here for the Larks. You know what, in the first game, the Larks, 15 runners left on base.
Oh, wow.
In that first game.
See, I didn't get to see the first game,
Right.
so wow, that's a lot of runners, but didn't score any runs.
Didn't score any runs.
Yeah.
As Marissa digging in here. And Marissa takes the strike on the first pitch she sees. She hit the first home run in the history of Best Mullet Field over the conference champion sign out there in
Nice.
left field.
It's going to take a shot to get out of this park. It's big.
Marissa flares one off and foul. And the count 0-2.
I like our team. I
do too.
I think Coach Bell has a really nice lineup. I know she's maybe short a few numbers, but
Right now,
I think she's done a lot of really nice recruiting things for next year, and I'm really happy with. I'm really excited to see what she can do.
that one missing downstairs and in under count 1-2. We said earlier, Howie Smith, this is his 29th year at the helm of Dodge City. A mainstay out there in western Kansas.
Yeah, Howie was a mainstay when I started coaching in 1999, and
Marissa on the ground at Huff. Huff from the short over, and the Larks, after getting a leadoff runner on who's caught stealing, go quietly. And we will take a quick break and come back with the top of the second right here on the Lark Network.
The RN to BSN program offers hybrid courses scheduled to promote life balance and also offers a special RN to BSN tuition program. Hesston College provides the education and personal attention expected of a top private school at a cost comparable to public institutions. 100% of students who applied for financial aid received aid.
After classroom and clinicals, the ultimate goal is passing the RN licensure exam and getting a job. 98% of Hesston College's 1,600 graduates have achieved a RN licensure. Graduates are well respected in the healthcare industry with a great record of job placement. My employer loves hiring Hesston graduates and recruits them every spring.
Be a part of the tradition of caring as a Hesston College BSN student. Learn more about the Hesston College nursing program today.
I actually pull it up on my TV.
Okay.
My smart TV. I just pull it up on Heston's
Yeah.
website, and you're just like you're watching TV. It's really cool.
And welcome back here to Best Mullet Field. My favorite thing really is how crisp it looks with the netting. Now we got to figure out a way to get netting at Oswald Field as the next goal, I think.
Right.
You know, get netting
rid of the
there,
chain link.
Get rid of the chain link and go to netting, which I think a lot more places are going to. Hesston High School, both the fields at Hesston High School are netting now.
Right.
And I don't know what the life expectancy of the netting is. I don't know how often you change that, but I'm probably every 5 or 6 years.
It'll
probably.
be interesting to see how long it lasts. But it sure is nice to look through. It's so nice.
It is.
And I like the height of it. I think it's going to save a lot of foul balls
I
from
think so,
going
too.
out of the field, and it's just really, it's nice.
Jenna Browdy coming to bat for Dodge City in our top of our second as Amy coming to work. That's a fly ball right side. Olivia, underneath the can of corn, plays it perfectly. Okay, Woody, I'm going to put you on the spot. You ready?
Sounds good, yep.
All right. How come they call it a can of corn?
I'm very familiar with that term, but I could not tell you. Did someone catch a ball one time with an actual can of corn, Rusty?
No, actually, it dates back to the early 1900s when, as that pitch in the dirt, 1 ball, when corn and canned vegetables were kept on the top of a shelf, and they'd have to knock them off with a stick, hence the name can of corn for a high fly ball.
So do you know where the term Texas League blooper comes from? I'm not familiar with that either.
A strike on the inner half. I believe it's because soft hits in the Texas League, which is the double-A teams throughout. Wichita for a long time had a double-A team. They're moving to triple-A.
Right.
With the most awful name in the history of the world, the Wichita Wind Surge.
Wind Surge.
Swing and a miss for Irwin as Amy took something off, and she's quickly ahead. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
I'm pretty excited about minor league baseball coming
I am
back
too.
to Wichita, though. I'm really pumped about the new stadium, and that's going to be really a good shot for Wichita, I think.
I think so. And hopefully they can get the NBC back there. The 1-2 on the way, as that will miss down and in. That's always fun, too. I don't know if you ever made it down for NBC games.
For sure, yeah.
So, count is even. 2 balls, 2 strikes, even count. 1 away here for Jordan Irwin, the right fielder. And that is slow roller at Bailey. Bailey plays in foul territory. Wisely let that roll foul. Irwin had it beat out. I think the other thing that's going to be nice about having this field on campus is maybe playing music between innings, not have to worry about someone near the city ball, getting upset and having the music's too loud. So,
yeah, when I was coaching, we had cops would come by sometimes to tell us to turn the music down because they had been getting complaints.
There's a looping line drive out there to center field. Base knock for Irwin. And Dodge City has their first hit of the contest and a runner aboard. Yeah, and what I'm doing right here, it goes up on the screen right there. So you see the scoreboard, and off we go.
Number 4, Haley
Yeah, it's a really nice feature to have that scoreboard right on the screen.
Yeah. Haley Bass stepping up for Dodge City. Bass taps it foul.
Yeah, Howie Smith is probably the longest running softball coach in Kansas, I would imagine, at the JUCO level.
Oh, I think so.
And I've always been so impressed with Howie. He's always been real friendly to me and was a real mentor to me when I first started coaching.
Slow roller at Jesse, throw across, and Chelsea can't come up with it. Larks with their 3rd error of the contest. Bass aboard, and Irwin goes over to 3rd.
Oh, that's a tough play. Jesse made a really nice play at short, and just a tough play for Chelsea there.
Number 3, Jessica Espinoza.
And Jessica Espinoza, top of the order, comes up. She grounded out to Bailey, her first at bat. And that's a hot shot at Bailey. Again, throw across. That time Chelsea hangs on. And there are 2 outs.
That's a nice play. Tough shot at her, and she made a really nice play on that.
Bailey's the sophomore transfer from Lyons, Kansas.
Number 1, Carissa
And I believe her mom is the Lyons High School girls head coach. So I think she is here because it's boys' first round of sub-state action tonight.
Okay, cool.
Tomorrow night, girls take to the court in Class 3A in Kansas as Amy deals. And the first pitch to Avila is a strike.
Rusty, you're a big sports fan. There's a lot going on right now.
There is a lot.
In sports. The NCAA tournament is getting ready to start here soon, and a lot of league tournaments coming up, and high school.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, man, there's so much happening. Baseball, softball now at the college.
Amy missing away with a changeup. Yeah, this is, like I said, this is game number 7 and 8. This is game 8 in a 10-day or 5-day stretch of 10 games on the Lark Network. We're going to catch our breath and then come back Thursday right here for more softball.
Supposed to be a really nice week weather-wise. Finally got some dry weather where the kids can play. It was so wet in February. And
I know. That pitch misses inside, and the count now 2 balls, 1 strike to Avila.
March has come in like a lamb for sure here.
Easy. We're just in the beginning stage of March. Let's not jinx it. The 2-1 on the way. That one's shot foul toward the bullpen area. We do have bullpens here, which is kind of nice too. Batting cage on the left side over here by third base, but bullpen areas, can't really see if anyone's warming up. Our view's obscured, but that's okay.
Yeah, I like, and they're enclosed with fences, which is kind of nice. It's a nice feature for the field. Yeah, for sure.
And the count now, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Deuce is wild across the top of the scoreboard for Amy. She deals, and that is in the dirt. Marissa hangs on, and we will move full 3 balls, 2 strikes.
I'm impressed so far with Dodge City's ability to put the ball in play. They're a contact hitting team, looks like. Doing a nice job of pushing Amy here a little bit.
Amy deals, and that misses outside, and Avila aboard on the walk, and the bases are loaded. An armada of conquistadors on the base paths. I have no idea what a grouping of conquistadors is, but an armada sounds pretty good.
I think armada sounds pretty good. An armada would be more like ships, I would think, but
no, conquistadors. They're probably on ships.
Yeah, that could be. That could be. The conchs.
The conchs. Pacheco drew a walk in her first at bat and scored the game's only run. Bases juiced, and Amy in a bit of a jam with 2 outs. And there is a line drive towards right center field. That will get to the fence. 1 run is in. A second on the way. A third coming in. Pacheco has herself a bases-clearing double. And 3 runs come in, and Dodge City has opened up a 4-0 lead on the double on a nice piece of hitting.
Rusty, maybe you could clue me in. There's a new rule this year about gathering at the mound between outs. Do you know anything about that?
I don't. I thought it was. I don't know if it was outs or I don't know how that new rule has. I know that it was enforced the other day.
Right.
During
there was a ball called because of was it a delay of game maybe?
I think that's what it was.
I'm not quite sure what the rule on that is. That was a new one for me.
That's a slow roller, and that will get past a diving. Now they throw on the way, play at the plate, no way, not in time. And Hufford with the base hit, an RBI, and Dodge City quickly out in front 5-0. And Christy Bell going to come out and talk things over, I think, as she has called time. I know the newest one that I was aware of was the white bats in college baseball. You can't use a white bat anymore.
Oh, I have not heard that one.
Yes, so bat companies feasting in on that additional revenue.
Was it too distracting for defenders? Or?
I don't know what the reasoning was, but white bats no longer allowed to be used. I wonder if that will be a trickle down here to softball. I mean, we see things like that oftentimes make the rounds.
Right, right. You know, the other major difference on this field as opposed to the City Diamond was, do you remember the cutout for the grass was so much deeper because that field was designed for 3 different base lengths, and so they had to have a big cutout infield. And so it sort of was kind of an illusion because the dirt was so big and the outfield was so small. Here it's opposite.
Oh, absolutely. The outfield does look like there's a lot of room. 2 away here in our 5th, or 2nd, excuse me. And that's on the ground at Natalie. Natalie plays it, tosses over, and Chelsea with the scoop. But damage done as 4 runs come in. Dodge City leads after an inning and a half, 5-0. Lark bats have to get to work. We will be back after this here on the Lark Network.
I've definitely grown as a person to be more confident, and working with my professors, they really want to have a good relationship with you.
I think what makes a good student is someone who is curious, someone who is genuine, really commits to wanting to learn things that will help them in their life and connect the dots between faith and learning. I think those are qualities that make a student that's exciting to work with for me as a professor and really gives life into what I enjoy doing.
If someone's going to have a relationship with you and then be mentored or discipled by you, they need to feel like they belong and they fit and that you value them as a person.
This year I'm more prepared to help other freshmen and to bring them under my wing. And just helping around campus, learning about the new activities and being able to share that with so many other people.
When they lived in Kelowna.
And welcome back here to Best Mola Field. I've got a text saying if Courtney gets a hit right now, I will Venmo her $1. And I don't think I said that early enough when Courtney Huff came up to the bat, which may or may not be an NJCA violation.
We'll
As
just
we're
not
into
talk about that.
That's right. Michaela digging in here. Augie stepping up. This is her second game for the Larks. And she takes a pitch inside for a ball.
It's fun to see some Lark alumni softball girls that are still here for nursing.
Yes.
Still watching games. It's really fun to see.
Lexi Avalos is doing stats right now.
Sierra's down there. And
Ashley Yazen's actually
Ashley.
the official scorer today.
Okay.
So the 1-0 coming up for Stevenson. She misses low. And our count 2 balls and no strikes. The volleyball team selling concessions today. The 2-0 coming up. And that stays downstairs, and Augie quickly ahead, 3 balls, no strikes. And my bet would be that that bat will be glued to her shoulder on 3-0. Stevenson working now and comes back with a strike. Augie very patient.
Yeah, the nice thing about having the field on campus, I think as the weather gets nicer, I think you'll see more kids wandering out here. They'll see lights on and they'll come out and watch games.
So.
And
I think at some point the bleachers will have to be extended too. I mean, I think a couple extra sets of bleachers. Is that what misses downstairs? Augie draws the walk. She'll be aboard. So the Larks have their second base runner of the game. See, I forgot Jesse was on and was.
Yeah, there's some room for expansion here, I think, and that'll be kind of fun to see how that works for the field.
Got a text saying, thanks for the broadcast from Phil and Kim Stevenson. Go Conks. Well, thanks for tuning in, guys. As Amy stepping up, and Amy takes a pitch low for a ball. The 1-0 coming up now. And that stays low. 2 balls, no strikes. And since the Stevensons are tuning in, is that as in Dodge City longtime baseball coach Phil Stevenson, I wonder? I count 2 balls, no strikes.
Maybe we'll get another text on that to see. Phil was the former Shocker, right?
I believe so. And
played baseball at WSU.
And that pitch missing inside, 3 balls, no strikes. That's kind of funny that we're talking about that. During basketball season, we had former KWCH anchor as the pitch for Amy, hammered through the left side.
Wow.
That is a shot into the corner. Amy's going to think 2. On her way to score is Augie. Amy has a stand-up double as that ball was just smashed into the left field corner, and the Larks have a run, and Amy has a ribby.
Yeah, the third baseman didn't even have a lot of chance to even react to that one. So, yeah, Amy got all of that one.
So, as I was saying, former KWCH anchor Bruce Hurdle his son was playing for Southwestern and texted in a couple times during one of the broadcasts. So,
the last I had heard, Bruce Hurdle had moved to Oklahoma.
He's in Denver now.
Oh, he's in Denver. Okay.
They're in Denver now. Chelsea Smith steps up here with the Larks finally scoring a run, breaking a long drought of 8 innings. Chelsea with a little flare. That's going to drop in for a base knock. Amy coming around to third, and Amy will step in. Chelsea's taking second on the throw. Heads up base running by the Larks as Chelsea singles and takes second on the throw. And now the Larks with a little something doing.
Yeah, this is nice to see Heston stringing some hits together. And there's nobody out still.
Bailey's bat came alive in this first game, Woody. She was 3 for 3, reached base all 4 times. She had an on-base percentage of 1 billion.
1 billion, wow.
Well, you're perfect on base. Might as well be 1 billion.
Might as well be, yeah. Well, it'd be nice to get another one here. Just a base knock is all we need.
Bailey digs in. And Bailey fly ball right side, and going back is the first baseman, and I can't even read my own writing this time because I was scribbling so fast. That was Browdy making the play over there. One away here for the Larks as Bailey tried to jump on the first pitch. Natalie digs in for the Larks. This is a chance to help Natalie help herself with 2 on and 1 out, and she takes a healthy hack at it.
Yeah, these 2 runs are important, I think, for the Larks to get right back in this game. It'd be nice to see a little more offense.
Natalie takes a pitch outside, and we're even 1 ball, 1 strike. That pitch might have been a strike in game 1. Yeah, these are bright lights. I'm looking. These are really great lights.
They're really nice.
The 1-1 on the way. There's a strike on the inside corner.
The LED technology is just so incredible. They're not as tall, which I like too. They're easier to access, and they flood this place with light.
You might want to go access them. You couldn't pay me money to get up there and do that. They can't 1 ball and 2 strikes.
They're about half the size of the baseball poles, I feel like.
That one missing downstairs. Still, there's not enough money to get me on top of those poles any way, shape, or form. You know, Woody, on Saturday during baseball, I don't know if you had heard, we had 5 balls fouled off into the lights and broke 1.
Interesting.
Never seen that in all the years.
What are the odds of that happening?
That ball stays high, and Natalie has had the count ride full, 3 balls, 2 strikes. Astronomical? Has to be astronomical.
I know our electrician was trying to figure that out today, trying to figure out how many lights were busted and how to get
one
that
still
pole
has
back
water
on.
in it.
Oh, my.
That one comes inside, and Natalie has hit on the off-speed pitch. She'll take first base, and the Larks have the sacks full. As we like to say, the meadow is occupied or the nest is full.
We now have a salutation of
exaltation.
Larks. Exaltation.
Exaltation.
I knew there was something.
Yes.
Like exaltation.
An
Thank
exaltation
you.
of
Thanks for correcting me, Rusty.
Absolutely. Exaltation. A grouping of Larks is an exaltation.
That sounds awesome.
Olivia digging in here. Larks trying to break it open with a crooked number of their own as that one stays downstairs. 1 ball. Yeah, all those years I froze in that press box at the City Ball Diamond. This is
we
lovely.
put a tarp up for you one time.
That didn't do much. Let's be honest.
Yeah, this is pretty sweet.
The 1-0, and Olivia takes the strike. And they count 1 ball, 1 strike. It's Christy Bell's birthday today.
Oh, I didn't know that. Happy birthday, Coach.
So her mom texted in during game 1 and told me that, so I promptly embarrassed her before the game 2. As well you should, correct? As Olivia fouls it back into the fence, or this netting. Count 1
maybe
ball,
we should
2
have all
strikes.
the fans sing to her between innings or
There
something.
we go. I'm not going to lead it. Lorena can lead that, the singing of happy birthday to Coach Bell. I don't think she wants to do that.
We could play Happy Birthday by the Beatles for her.
There we go.
The birthday song.
Count 1 ball and 2 strikes here to Olivia with the bases loaded. And that stays outside, and I'm not sure I could have laid off a pitch that close. And the count moves 2 balls, 2 strikes.
The umpires consistently got a small strike zone, I feel like. We'll see how that plays out over the course of the game. That generally means a lot more runs being scored.
Olivia, little flare, and that will be an infield fly. They called that right away.
I thought that was going to go farther than
I thought it was too. And there are 2 outs for Jessie Miranda. Jessie singled on a sharply hit ball.
This is a nice spot for Jessie here. She's going to be, it's a nice opportunity for her.
And Jessie takes a ball low takes the first pitch low for a ball. She came into today leading Lark team in average 394 with 11 stolen bases and 4 runs driven in. Here's a chance to add some ribbies to her total. There's a strike on the outside half, and the count 1 ball, 1 strike. And correct me if I'm wrong, but all you have to do is have 1 foot in the box as a slapper, right? The 1-1.
If any part of your foot is outside the line, they call you out. They're calling it a lot closer. I know in the NCAA Division I level, they're calling it really close. Obviously, our batter's box is pretty much gone right now, so you can't really see the lines. But
and the count 1 ball, 1 strike, or 1 ball, 2 strikes to Jessie. Big pitch for Stevenson coming up. Jessie fly ball, but that will tail foul. And if I said this in the first game, if she starts getting that down and adding that weapon to her arsenal, that's tough.
Yeah,
we had a hitter do that by the name of Olivia Miller do that a lot here as a lefty slapper. You might know her.
Yeah, I know her a little bit. Yeah, she was pretty successful with just finding left field with
her second year. She really developed that. If Jessie can do that, and that one stays too far outside, and our count evens up at 2 balls, 2 strikes. So we have deuces wild across the top of the scoreboard, 2 balls, 2 strikes, and 2 outs. Here for Jessie. Even though we have the windows closed, you can hear the Lark dugout making a lot of racket. And I like it. Jessie, a little line drive into left field. That'll be a base hit. And the runners will all move up. But Jessie, finding some green, gets a ribby. And the Larks add another one. And Nis coming to bat here for HC.
Yeah, boy, she kept her hands back and just waited for that pitch. That was really nice at bat for Jessie there.
Number 22, Nis.
Got a text saying, go Antianissa. Love Little Cruz and Elias. And I got a text saying, go Jess, you must have a cool boyfriend. So, Nis coming to bat.
That's great.
Wondered who that could be. As Nis digs in. 2 outs, bases loaded, or another run across. And Nis takes a pitch low for a ball. This is a good spot for Nis to find some gaps. There are, like you said, Woody, this outfield's bigger. There are some gaps out there.
For sure. Yeah, this ballpark is going to be interesting to see how Coach Bell fashions her team.
That's a hard hit ball left through this hole on the left side. A run comes in, and the Larks just going station to station as Nis singles through the left side, and another run in. And that brings up Marissa Harrison, and I will wager $1 to donuts Marissa is going to try and hit home run number 4 today. She will not be cheated with her swing. I can guarantee you that. But Marissa also doing a good job of going either way, too, so don't get me wrong.
That would be something to see a grand slam here.
And that pitch stays too far outside for a ball.
Yeah, I think we'll see more doubles and maybe some triples in this park. Maybe fewer home runs than we did down at the City Diamond. But, yeah, the outfield is big. You don't realize how big it is until you see it from this perspective.
Yeah. The 1-0 to Marissa stays too far inside. Marissa quickly ahead, 2 balls, no strikes. Another good hitter's count here. I know it's Noah Roberts texting in. That's why I had to say that. So about Jessie's boyfriend. Noah played baseball here last year.
Okay.
And that one skips downstairs, and Marissa quickly ahead, 3 balls, no strikes.
And the Larks in this inning are really making their pitcher work hard. And They're putting the ball in play, which is good to see.
They're very much in danger of possibly wrecking my scorebook as there's a strike. Three balls, one strike here to Marissa. She drew a walk in her first at bat, or excuse me, ground out in her first at bat. Augie's on deck. And that is ball four. Marissa draws the bases loaded walk, gets a ribby for her trouble too, and the Larks have answered with 4 runs of their own. And that, not sure, but that might close the book on Stevenson as Smith coming out. Yes, Espinoza looks like she's coming into pitch.
It would have been easy for Heston to just kind of get down after that, after being down 5-0, but boy, they just came right back, so that's good to see.
So Espinoza coming into pitch. We'll step away. We'll be back after this here on the Lark Network.
It's crazy to see how far I've been able to come in just a little under 2 years. Years 3 and 4. We're going to have some upper level aviation classes that are going to be really interesting. We're going to be able to instruct for the college, which will be awesome. We'll get to help along some of the younger students.
It's just exciting to kind of reach that process where you've put so much work into it and you have all these people rallying beside you, as well as, you know, instructors, as well as friends and family. And so when you accomplish that, it's an indication of kind of how much you've learned and kind of where you're headed. Right now is a really good time to get into the industry, and so I'm excited to kind of see how much it'll grow and what can come from that.
And welcome back here to Best Mullet Field. 2 outs, bases loaded, a pitching change, and Jessica Espinoza coming into pitch here for
Now on the mound, number 3, Jessica Espinoza.
the Conks. And Augie coming to bat. She drew a walk in this. She started everything off with a walk in this inning. And like I said, the Larks in position to wreck my scorebook. As we're in the bottom of the second, Larks have answered 4 runs with Dodge City with 4 of their own. You make a great point as the pitch from the lefty Espinoza gets in for a strike.
Yeah, a different view for the Larks here with the left-handed pitcher here. We'll see how they adjust to that.
The 0-1 coming up. Big change that loops upstairs and stays high, and we're even 1 ball, 1 strike. Bases loaded. Jesse's at third. Nis is at second. Marissa over at first. Augie at the dish, and the count 1 ball, 1 strike. That stays downstairs, and the count 2-1. Got a text saying, "Let's go, Augie." That one upstairs, and Augie has watched her way to a 3-1 count after being in an early strike deficit. Espinoza deals the change, stays upstairs, and Augie has the bases loaded walk, and my scorebook is now officially a wreck because I have to go into an extra inning.
We have a new ball game here, looks like.
We are all tied up with Amy Bratato at the dish.
Number 24, Amy Bratato.
Keep it going, Larks, from Ben, Anissa's little brother, and Amy shoots 1 foul on the left side. 1 strike to Amy. So that is 2 walks. The Larks have tied things up 5-5. And Amy, a little flare, she fought. She hung up the change. Kind of a last-ditch, oh no, I'm starting my swing. She pops out to second. But the Larks answer back 5 runs in the inning. for the Larks as we'll go to the top of the third. All knotted up. Brand new ball game here from the best. Back after this here on the Lark Network.
The RN to BSN program offers hybrid courses scheduled to promote life balance and also offers a special RN to BSN tuition program. Hesston College provides the education and personal attention expected of a top private school at a cost comparable to public institutions. 100% of students who applied for financial aid received aid.
After classroom and clinicals, the ultimate goal is passing the RN licensure exam and getting a job. 98% of Hesston College's 1,600 graduates have achieved a RN licensure. Graduates are well respected in the healthcare industry with a great record of job placement. My employer loves hiring Hesston graduates and recruits them every spring.
Be a part of the tradition of caring as a Hesston College BSN student. Learn more about the Hesston College Nursing Program today.
And welcome back here to the best as we're heading top of the third. Deja Mendez, Gianna Browdy, and Jordan Irwin all due up here for Dodge City.
I was just telling Rusty over the break here how it'd be really nice for Amy to come out here and go 1, 2, 3 and get the offense back on the field again right away. That'd be a nice boost for us. We'll see if she can do that.
So we're getting ready here. Third inning. It was 52 degrees when we started today. See what the temp is now in just a second.
45, I'm showing.
Okay, all right, I believe it.
It was a beautiful day in Hesston. It was not windy, it was sunny, it was beautiful. Kind of a cool, nice spring day.
I mean, it was, if it could have been just like yesterday was absolutely gorgeous too.
It really was.
I managed to sneak 9 holes in before baseball. And that is on the ground at Natalie. Natalie plays it off the hop and throws over. And that actually might have been one of the better things to happen for Natalie there after some early troubles with the glove to make the play. She's at back-to-back plays now.
Give her some confidence, yep.
Yeah.
That was a nice play.
Number 11, Gianna.
Browdy keeping up. Browdy stepping in here. She flew out to right field. Her first at bat, 0 for 1 in this game. And she takes that one into the fence and foul. You know, Woody, when they opened Oswald Field and turned the lights on, a lot of people didn't know what was going on. They said they thought there were UFOs landing. It was so bright you could see it from Newton.
Right.
I think the LED lighting, it is very bright, but it's not quite as illuminating elsewhere.
Right. And it's focused downward, which I think is really cool. You don't see a lot of light escaping up like you do on Oswald Field. Yeah. It's really
cool.
But
the nice thing is we ought to talk about these, and we'll have Trenton have a shot of one of these light poles in just a second as the count's 1 ball, 1 strike. And a swing and a miss are as Trenton will get a shot of the light. The fly ball light, as you can see on the screen. Oh, we can't. I don't know if we can see. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. There's lights on the pole. Maybe we'll get the shot across as the 1-2 delivery, dropping foul. Maybe you can get the one on the third base side over there. The count is 2-2 now. Excuse me.
I must say, I think this is the only field I've ever seen those on, unless they're doing those on other new fields.
It's got to be. I think the count is 2-2. As we'll get that. We'll try and get a shot of the, or maybe even zooming in on the light down third base line as that's on the ground at Bailey. Bailey throwing across, Chelsea with the scoop and the stay, and there's 2 away. So, like we're talking about these foul ball lights, or the fly ball lights, Trent, if you could, maybe the left field light pole has one out there on the, you can just see it on the edge of the screen. There are 3 of those on the poles that help illuminate fly balls, and they don't disappear into the night sky.
Yeah, that's
Thanks,
really
great work there.
Cool feature.
And that is a swing and a miss.
Number 21, Jordan Irwin.
And there's no light poles in center field. I mean, to sort of create a backdrop for batters. It's nice to not have to have light poles out there.
Yeah, it's incredibly well lit. And the 0-1 drops, or the 0-1 over for 0-2. This is Jordan Irwin. She's quickly down 0-2. Oh, someone was asking Bess Mullet and who her establishment with Hesston College. The Mullets were longtime supporters of the institution, both athletically and academically. They founded Excel Industries here in Hesston as Amy misses away. And just a really good, really solid members of the Hesston College family.
Yeah, the Mullet family extended has been really generous to the Hesston College over the years, and it's just an honor to see her name on this field.
Oh, and she loved softball. Bess loved softball. She loved all sports. As that one misses downstairs, and a count 2 balls, 2 strikes to Irwin.
Well, XL has given us lots of grounds equipment, lots of mowers over the years. They've been very generous that way. So, yeah, awesome to see her name on this field.
As definitely a tribute to her and her family, as that one fouled off and out of play, and a count still riding 2 balls, 2 strikes. I just really like this field. I really do like it.
I'm excited to see the grass green up. This is, you're seeing Bermuda right now, but we've got ryegrass that'll be green here in a few weeks, so that I'm excited about that.
That one too far inside, and our count now full to Irwin, 3 balls, 2 strikes with 2 away. Now if we can get the grass to come in on the outside of everything, we'll be golden around here.
Right.
That's always the last struggle, but that, you know, now that we're playing softball here, that's not really that big a deal, is it?
That'll happen hopefully this summer. Hopefully we'll see how that grows in.
Irwin draws the walk, and she is aboard with 2 outs for Haley Bass. Bass got to first on an error.
Number 4, Haley Bass.
As the Larks had 3 errors so far. A runner aboard. We're all knotted up at 5 with 2 away here in the top of the 3rd. And Bass with a very healthy swing at the first pitch she saw. Bass, another one from Colorado. There are 12 Colorado players on the Dodge City roster.
It sounds like Howie's got a nice, Coach Smith has a nice pipeline out there in Colorado.
The 0-1, and that is a swing and a miss, and Bass quickly behind 0-2. I do like that some guys made their way out there, but to center field to sit and watch the game. This is great.
I may have to try that view and see what it's like. Bring my chair next time and go sit out there.
That pitch missing away, and our count 1-2. You know, during baseball, sometimes if it's cold, people will be in right field, parked there in the little dead end area. They've even tuned the game in and texted that they're watching in right field.
Oh, yeah, sure.
The 1-2 on the way from Amy just misses inside, and our count moves to 2-2. Got a text saying, thank you for the great broadcast. Let's go Conks, do some work. We love Courtney Huff, the Huff family from Reno, Nevada. Swing and a miss, and Amy strikes out Haley Bass. And like Woody the Sage, soothsayer Woody up here with me, Larks get right back to the offensive side of things. We have played 2.5. Larks and Conks all knotted up at 5. We'll be back after this here on the Lark Network.
I've definitely grown as a person to be more confident, and working with my professors, they really want to have a good relationship with you.
I think what makes a good student is someone who is curious, someone who is genuine, really commits to wanting to learn things that will help them in their life and connect the dots between faith and learning. I think those are qualities that make a student that's exciting to work with for me as a professor, and really gives life into what I enjoy doing.
If someone's going to have a relationship with you and then be mentored or discipled by you, they need to feel like they belong and they fit, and that you value them as a person.
This year I'm more prepared to help other freshmen and to bring them under my wing, and just helping around campus, learning about the new activities and being able to share that with so many other people.
And welcome back here to Bessemer Field. A friend of mine and Hessen College alum asked me what was going on Saturday, if there were games. I said, yeah. Her and her daughter came over with a wagon full of Girl Scouts, and she sold almost the wagon full to the people in the crowd.
Perfect.
And she thought about maybe coming over today to Bessemer Field as Chelsea digs in here in the third.
I have a hard time saying no to Girl Scout cookies.
What kind do you get if you get some?
I like the coconut ones a lot.
Oh,
I love them.
Coconut doesn't belong on anything except shrimp, as Chelsea takes a strike. I don't like coconut at all, but I will eat it on shrimp. But that's also, I'm a seafood fiend, so.
Yeah, I am a coconut fan. I love it. Even the grainy, gritty stuff.
That one misses outside, and the count even at 1-1 strike. Chelsea singled her first at bat in this game. There was a coach talking to Chelsea between games, a 4-year institution. And the 1-1 on the way, as that one misses downstairs, and the count 2-1 strike. Haven't heard from Chelsea's dad yet, which is a little surprising. Normally he texts in.
Chelsea's proven that she can swing the bat, that's for sure. She's a good offensive player.
And the count 2-1. Chelsea, a little flare that is on, dropping into the green, and Chelsea has what will go down in the book as a line drive on the soft base hit. And that brings up Bailey. So Bailey coming to bat, she popped out her first at bat.
If you've ever watched Chicago White Sox baseball, that hit right there would have been referred to by their announcer as a duck snort. Just a little duck snort that finds the grass.
Hawk Harrelson.
Hawk Harrelson, yep.
That one missing downstairs to Bailey.
Not sure where he got that term, but
I would have called it a dying
coined
quail,
that one.
But I'm also an upland hunter, and if I can make that reference to pheasants and quail, I will. The Texas Leaguer.
Yep, exactly.
1-0. Big change stays upstairs, and the count 2-1, no strikes. Interesting enough, Irwin over there on the change shades the line. She moves in right field. She almost runs over to shade the line. That one misses downstairs, and the count 3-1, no strikes to Bailey, who's been swinging a great bat so far and sending her average up above 200. Starting to turn it on. Bailey draws the walk, a 4-pitch walk. And now 2 runners on here for the Larks in the third in my broken scorebook.
Number 14, Natalie Morales.
Got a text saying, shout out to Carissa Go Conks from her boyfriend Alex. As Natalie trying to lay the bunt down. Go Conks. And I would also like to say hey to Coach Stevenson. There's Chelsea's dad. Hi, Rusty. Go Larks. And let's go, Olivia. Love all your Texas fans. So just like that, text message rolling in. That's one thing I really like to do. It makes it fun. It keeps it very interactive. As the bunt laid down, and the bunt hit the.
It hit the foul ball.
I think it hit Olivia in the box, so she is back for foul ball. Earlier in game 1, Jesse laid a bunt down, and he hit the bat in fair territory for the out. So the count 0-2.
Yeah, I always teach your batters to lay your bat right down to kind of get in the way of the catcher, but you don't want it to hit the bat.
That one too far outside, and our count 1-2 strikes here to Natalie. Natalie singled her last at bat. Pair of Larks out there.
The use of the bunt is sort of, at least at the D1 level, is kind of lost its appeal.
That one getting through the catcher, Pacheco, and the runners move up 60 feet, and our count moves to 2-2 strikes. So 2-2 now for Natalie. And that one gets through Pacheco again. Chelsea coming home, and Chelsea slips under the tag and is safe on the passed ball.
It's good hustle by Chelsea.
Bailey moves up, and the Larks have taken the lead. We don't say ducks on the pond, we say Larks on the meadow.
Okay.
I don't know, I just made that up. So we'll roll with it.
We'll go with that.
Yeah. Got a text saying cheering for the Conks from Lakewood, Colorado. All right. Count is full 3-2, and strike 3 called as Natalie offered at it. A strikeout. And there's one away.
Yeah, these broadcasts are nice for both teams, actually. Parents from both sides can be at home and still watch their kids play. I think it's a great feature.
Especially now with smart TVs, you can put it up on your big screen.
Yeah, it's great.
Olivia steps in, takes a ball from Espinoza. You know, a few years back during the playoff series when Brown, Mackey, and Heston were still duking it out to go to districts, we had a rain out as that pitch misses downstairs. And Dr. Phil Miller and I were on the air doing that game on a Monday. And I got a text from a Brown Mackey fan in Utah, and they were watching the game at a Buffalo Wild Wings.
Oh, wow.
Because there was nothing else on, and they asked them to pull it up, and they did. So here they were in a Buffalo Wild Wings watching our Heston College baseball broadcast in Utah.
That's awesome.
Count 3 balls, no strikes here to Olivia with first base open. Larks in front 6-5. And that one away for a ball, and Olivia taking the walk, and she's aboard. And so the bottom part of the order really starting to get on base and do a job, and that's going to bring a meeting to the mound.
Yeah, the Larks are doing a really nice job of getting on base and forcing the action here. I think it's really good to see them be patient at the bat, and they're doing a nice job getting back in this game and actually leading now.
We'll be in action tomorrow. First pitch, I believe, 1 o'clock for Lark baseball. NOC Tonkawa coming up. That'll be a tough test for Tim Cole and his troops. NOC, just a perennial power in NJCAA baseball, Division II. We are top of the order with 1 out for Jessie Miranda, who is 2 for 2. I've already heard from her boyfriend Noah today.
Jessie Miranda.
And we'll see if Olivia is a threat to run over there. She has been caught stealing one time. Jessie lays the bunt down and pushes it foul.
Yeah, first and third with 1 out gives you a lot of options here. Coach Bell, we'll see how she plays this. Got some speed on the bases, which is nice.
Yeah. You had one of the nation's leaders last season stolen bases, Jessie.
It puts so much pressure on the defense. It's really hard on the defense.
And that one upstairs, and our count evens up at 1 ball, 1 strike. Jessie is lightning quick. And a mainstay at shortstop. Count is even, 1 ball, 1 strike. Changeup stays too far out. And Jessie now ahead, 2 balls, 1 strike with Espinoza in the circle. That is a hard hit ball past third base. Base hit for Jessie. Jessie starting to find holes out there, and the old adage in baseball or softball, bullets make holes. And Jessie has herself her 3rd single of the day and an RBI.
Oh, it's just so nice to see her going to left field like that. Her hands are back, and she's just hitting the ball with authority. It's just awesome.
Couple more texts here that I'll get to in just a second as Nis digs in. Way to go, Chelsea. Mom is tuning in too. If I heard from both Chelsea's folks, now we're set. Now we've covered both bases. Let's go, Anissa. Do it again. Love, Dad. And Also, go Jess. King Kessler is what I was told to read. I think that's for that one missing downstairs, and our count even at a ball and a strike to Nis here in the third, and the Larks in front 7-5. Really, that second inning as Espinoza deals. Fly ball up, and that will stay in play, and neither Browdy or Pocheka can come up with it. And Nis has new life. You know, Woody, that I was trying to say that second inning was so important for the Larks. After giving up a 4 spot, you can either hang your head and you see that maybe this Lark team, this Lark team has some fight to rally back, tie it, now leading.
For sure. It's really good to see. Yeah, you get behind 5-0, you can kind of hang your head and feel sorry for yourself, but they didn't do that. They came right back and worked hard.
Pacheco blocking in front in the count, 2 balls, 2 strikes to Nis.
There's a long way to go, as we saw against Hutch the other night. We had a lead and couldn't close, so we'll see if we can do that tonight. That was a long
game. The 2-2. That is on the ground at the second baseman. Avila, she'll make the play. Runners do move up, and there's 2 away.
Yeah, and this did her job. She moved the runners.
She moved the runners up.
Productive at bat for her.
And that brings up Marissa Harrison.
Number 28, Marissa Harrison.
Oh, she's got Johnny Cash on her walk-up. That's pretty cool.
And there is a strike to Marissa. Oh, I can't wait for that text when I get a chance. If Daisha Mendez gets a hit next time, I'll take her on a date. Go Conks from Trey Vasquez. So, Daisha, wow. It's out there for you as Marissa fights off the changeup and fouls it off. Bold strategy. I like the bold strategy by Trey Vasquez.
Some incentive there.
Yeah. The 0-2 coming up.
Do you ever get any idea as to how many people are watching?
Yeah,
Rusty? Like,
actually,
do you have an idea?
I do. Oftentimes, I will after this pitch, as Marissa on the ground of the shortstop, Huff's throw across,
nice
and
play.
The play made by Brady over at first, but the Larks tack up 2 as we have played 3 innings here. Larks leading 7-5. And in answer to your question, yeah, I can go back through and go to YouTube and see how many views there are. So
sure.
Or we can actually bring it up sometimes and check out how many are watching currently. We'll be back after this here on the Lark Network.
The RN to BSN program offers hybrid courses scheduled to promote life balance and also offers a special RN to BSN tuition program. Hesston College provides the education and personal attention expected of a top private school at a cost comparable to public institutions. 100% of students who applied for financial aid received aid.
After classroom and clinicals, the ultimate goal is passing the RN licensure exam and getting a job. 98% of Hesston College's 1,600 graduates have achieved a RN licensure. Graduates are well respected in the healthcare industry with a great record of job placement. My employer loves hiring Hesston graduates and recruits them every spring.
Be a part of the tradition of caring as a Hesston College BSN student. Learn more about the Hesston College nursing program today.
And welcome back here to Best Mola Field as we're into the 4th. Larks have taken the lead 7-5.
Are we going to coin the phrase "fear the best" after a while as well?
I don't know that. We'll see where we go from there. I just like the feeling of this park. Feels like you're right here and you're on campus. Well, we are on campus, but there's enough going on, and we have people coming over. We got a lot more people that come over and catch stuff from Showalter Villa.
You know, Dodge City has a really nice softball complex out there on the north end of town where the Conks play. But I don't know. It's hard to. It's really nice to have your own field on campus. It's a single field. It's the sole purpose is for our girls to play and practice on. I
can't wait to see if Coach Bell can, and I'm sure with they're talking to be able to host a tournament here over the summer, maybe here, and use the high school field and bring more interest into the softball community here and spike that in Heston, which I think she could do probably pretty easily.
Yeah, we went from 0 fast pitch fields to 2, so it's pretty nice to see.
And if worse came to worse, you could always use the city ball diamond as an extra if you need to.
Sure.
And the count 1 ball here to to Jessica Espinoza. Flip my book over. Top 4 we go. That one stays downstairs. 1 ball, no strikes. Third time through the order now for the Conks. That one missing downstairs. And our count 3 balls, no strikes.
Well, the City Diamond will still hold a really special place for me. I have many, many good memories at that field over the years.
Absolutely. Espinoza draws the 4-pitch walk. She is aboard. And the Conks with their leadoff runner aboard. Someone texted in saying, find some green. Jesse, she didn't need to, as she is aboard after the walk. Chris Avila stepping up. Runner going throw, not in time. It gets through Jesse. And Espinoza, after the swipe, gets to third on the error.
She's got some wheels, that base runner. She's got nice speed.
It's what you want out of your leadoff hitter. And the 4th error of the contest, charge against the Larks. Larks softball will be in action Thursday right here. Bethel coming to town. That pitch stays outside. And our count 2 balls, no strikes to Avila. She drew a walk in her last at bat. There is a strike. And our count 2-1 now. That one stays downstairs, and our count moves to 3 balls and 1 strike to Avila.
Yeah, this is a pretty key inning for Amy here, I feel like.
That's tapped back to the fence, 1 as a strike, and the count now full, 3 balls, 2 strikes. Yeah, in Amy's 5 appearances, she's pitched 15 2/3 innings. So we're into the 4th here. Full count for the sophomore. That's a fly ball right side. Nis having to cover some room. She'll make the running catch. It will do the job. And a sacrifice fly for Avila. That's her 2nd sacrifice fly of the game, or of the day, I should say. And Dodge City gets a run on the nice plate work.
Yeah, Nissa did a nice job of tracking that ball out. When she hit it, I thought I was going to drop, but she really used her speed to get it over there. That was a nice play.
Nis had a good jump, and when she gets going, she can cover some real estate. Pacheco stepping in, the catcher. Doubled in 3 in her last at bat. A soft pop. Bailey on the run makes a catch in front of the screen.
2 quick outs. That's nice to see.
Yeah, and Bailey started to really sling some leather and swing the stick. Allie Hufford singled and was aboard on an error. She has an RBI on the day. And Hufford takes a healthy hack. in order to see how many uses of the letter H I could get in one sentence.
A healthy hack.
The 0-1 coming up. Hufford with another swing and a miss, and she's quickly behind 0-2.
Batter with a wide open stance to start. Oh, there's Coach Cole sporting the Chiefs gear. That's good to see.
Swing and a miss. Hufford going down. On strikes, Amy works her way out of a little bit of a jam. Dodge City gets a run back. We played 4.5. Larks leading 7-6. We'll be back after this here on the Lark Network.
It's crazy to see how far I've been able to come in just a little under 2 years. Years 3 and 4. We're going to have some upper level aviation classes that are going to be really interesting. We're going to be able to instruct for the college, which will be awesome. We'll get to help along some of the younger students.
It's just exciting to kind of reach that process where you've put so much work into it and you have all these people rallying beside you, as well as instructors, as well as friends and family. And so when you accomplish that, it's an indication of kind of how much you've learned and kind of where you're headed. Right now is a really good time to get into the industry, and so I'm excited to kind of see how much it'll grow and what can come from that.
For this service, or how does that work? Okay,
A little bit.
I was wondering, yeah.
And welcome back here to Best Mullet Field as we are discussing our production truck through Blue Frame Technologies and what we are able to do, which I think we have a lot of options we haven't even started to explore yet.
Number 4, Michaela Thompson.
Augie coming to bat here in the bottom of the 4th. Larks clinging to the 1-run lead in what is turning into a slugfest. And Augie takes a pitch high and tight for a ball. The 1-0 on the way. Augie takes a strike, and our count evens at a ball and a strike. Big Change stays upstairs. And they count 2 balls and a strike.
Rusty, how many home runs have been hit on at this park in the last, this is the 4th game, I guess?
2.
2, okay.
Marissa Harrison hit the first, and Hutch hit the second.
Okay.
So Augie now way ahead. 3 balls and a strike here in our 4th. And that pitch missing inside. What do you need, Lex?
Lead-off walk.
Lead-off walk here.
Number 24, Amy Bertano.
Amy coming to bat as Augie draws the walk. And Amy laid off the change and took the pitch as a strike.
That's yours. Okay.
Yep, we're good.
The all-important charger.
I could
transfer.
I think I could last for about a game without the power strip to the MacBook we use. Amy off the fist line drive throwback, not in time as Augie dives in. Amy lines out.
That was a carbon copy of her last at bat.
So an out here for the Larks. But a runner still aboard. Augie did a great job of diving back in just ahead of the throw. Chelsea's put 2 singles on the board, and that on the ground at the Avila with a flip over and a nice roll up on the 4-6-3 double play.
Very nice
for
defense.
Dodge City. We've played 4. Larks lead 7-6. We'll be back after this here on the Lark Network.
I've definitely grown as a person to be more confident, and working with my professors, they really want to have a good relationship with you.
I think what makes a good student is someone who is curious, someone who is genuine, really commits to wanting to learn things that will help them in their life and connect the dots between faith and learning. I think those are qualities that make a student that's exciting to work with for me as a professor, and really gives life into what I enjoy doing.
If someone's going to have a relationship with you and then be mentored or discipled by you, they need to feel like they belong and they fit, and that you value them as a person.
This year I'm more prepared to help other freshmen and to bring them under my wing, and just helping around campus, learning about the new activities and being able to share that with so many other people.
All right. And welcome back here to Best Field. I'm Rusty Witcher, joined by head baseball coach Tim Cole. Tim, glad to have you up here with me.
Well, Rusty, I said I would do it once, so
it's going to be easy.
You got me here. You got me
It's
here.
also a little warmer up here, too.
It feels great. Yeah. I don't normally get this luxury, so I'm going to take advantage of it while I can.
Exactly. We're heading into the top of the fifth here, but I wanted to talk to you a little bit about what we can expect tomorrow with Tonkawa coming to town.
Yeah, so Tonkawa, they're a good team. They're ranked in the top 5 in the country right now. So for us, everyone wants a chance to face the best, and so that's for our guys. I mean, that's what we talked about, and at the same time, we want to stay within our approach. So it should be a fun game, and we'll see how we do. We're a little spare on the pitching end of it, but you know, guys got to get good somehow.
That's right. That's right. And that kind of experience after a 4-game set, a day off, good or day of rest maybe a little bit, and now we're jumping back into it. As Courtney Huff stepping in here in the 5th. Huff is 0-for-2, but there is a potential, I believe. Let me find that here. Oh, no, that's for Dacia Mendez. We'll get to that in just a second. As that pitch outside corner for a strike here from Amy Bertato. Now, Tim, I think your goal at Oswald Field should be get netting like this. I think that's next up. This is phenomenal to look through. I mean,
you can actually see.
It looks great on the broadcast too. What everyone sees.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Yeah, I think the chain link is possibly getting ready to get out of style.
Oh,
so
you know, more and more, and Woody and I were talking about that. More and more fields are going to the netting. Hesston High School has netting on both. And I think that is a trend here going forward. I think the Wind Surge new ballpark in Wichita is going to have foul pole to foul pole netting.
They are, yeah. No, so I actually read an article. They were going to be one of the first ones. Not anymore, but now they are.
Courtney Huff hammers that ball into left field for a single, and the Dodge City has the tying run aboard. Deja Mendez coming to bat, and here I'm going to go through this If Deja gets a hitter next time up, I'll take her on a date. Go Conks from Trey Vasquez. So there's a proposition out there for a date if Deja gets a
Trey.
hit.
Here we go.
Oh, no, Roberts needs to be drug tested. And there's a swing or a pitch upstairs. He said, tell Coach Cole KU has 0 chance to make the Final Four. Go Blue Devils.
Geez,
no, I do believe you need to go to the website diddukewin.com. I'll just let that out there.
Man. Oh, Noah, you have no idea how much grief I've given Coach Glom for being a Duke fan. And
there is
on
a
that list too.
Pitch that misses inside the count. 2 balls, no strike.
I think that should have been a strike.
Let's go, Conks. I'm sorry I didn't get the text until just right now, as Courtney Huff had the single. That pitch misses outside.
Close.
And the count now moves 3 balls, no strikes. A little different feel to be up here, isn't it?
Yeah, I almost don't know what to do with myself. So I'm not down in the dugout screaming at people.
I told you I'd make it easy, though. We're having a good time.
Oh, absolutely. Like I said, here's your one.
I know. Really, just one. You could have been there with basketball.
Yeah, we could have got on some basketball. But I put Chase Glom on basketball.
That's right. He had fun.
Oh, absolutely. He's a good sport. So.
We count 3 balls and a strike to Mendez. Amy getting her sign. And she deals. Swing and a miss on the changeup. And Mendez is behind now as we're full 3 balls and 2 strikes. This game has slugfest written all over it. Kind of what I predicted yesterday in Game 4 with a 13-8 loss, unfortunately for you guys.
Yep. No, the bats came. They got their bats hot for sure yesterday.
They absolutely did. And Amy won you the deal. One more time. That's a little flare out there, dumping in for a base hit to Augie. And back-to-back singles. Deja Mendez singles her way into Trey Vasquez's heart, as he said he can take her on a date now. Go Deja, rooting for you at home. Love Auntie Tay. So we got a lot of Conks fans tuning in too, which is a lot of fun. Gianna Browdy steps up. She's 0 for 2 today. So Dodge City now with the go-ahead run at first base and none out in the 5th.
This complex is awesome.
Yes,
it's
it
awesome
is.
to have this on campus now
Yes,
for
it
our
is.
girls too. So, and
it feels
got to be a little bit better than last year's.
Oh, hey, we are nice and toasty in the press box. As that pitch misses outside. Woody and I were talking about that earlier. That was an open air press box, and there were games like this when I thought of pure arson thoughts to burn it down just to be warm for a while.
Do what you got to do.
Sometimes you do.
Absolutely.
1 ball, no strikes, the count to Browdy. And the signal's being given. That bunt laid down and punched foul, and our count evens up at 1 ball, 1 strike. Yeah, Woody really even took everything in with what we're doing with the video stuff and everything. Got a text saying, "Atta girl, Deja, go number 2. Go Gigi." Gianna Browdy fan club in the house. A lot of Dodge fans tuning into this. This is a lot of fun. Got fans for both squads texting in. And that pitch missing inside. And the count 2 balls, 1 strike. I'm starting to get a little bit raspy. I can hear it.
You've had a lot of games recently.
We still got 2 more.
Yeah, you've had a lot. And how long have you been doing this now, Rusty?
This is year number 16.
That's awesome. Love it.
So we started doing baseball and softball in about 2010, 2011, really. So, but basketball for 16. So is that pitch over for a strike, and we're even 2 balls, 2 strikes. Got a text saying, "Really enjoying watching the games on YouTube, but it makes me not so productive at work." Understandable. That's a little flare on the ground. Larks thinking too. Jesse comes up with a step in the stretch as Natalie tosses over. Larks get an out and runners at the corners. As Brody reaches on the fielder's choice. And that brings up Jordan Irwin, who is 1 for 1 with a walk and a single.
Number 21, Jordan Irwin.
And it looks like Irwin's heading back to the dugout, and we're going to see someone else come and hit. I would bet that she comes out and hits, and then will re-enter into right field.
So you started doing this then pretty much right when Dustin Gallion started being the head coach.
I was
for basketball.
Actually, I was here already 4 years before Dustin.
Okay.
So this was Dustin's 12th year, and I started doing this at the tail end of Luke Hartman, the last year of Luke Hartman, then 4 years for Tim Schwarzengerber, and then with Dustin. So it looks like we have Carly Ann Brewer, I would guess, coming into hit. I'm not sure. So yeah, I've been doing this for a few years. And, you know, as the technology gets better, at some point we'd like to maybe get a camera out in center field. You can alternate. We can have up to 4 different camera views here and switch between them. Or we talked at one point of mounting a camera, like a security camera, which has just as good a picture on one of the poles, and you could look down and see that instead of... Yeah, there's a lot of different options we can do with this.
That would be great.
So I believe this is Carly Ann Bauer coming into hit here for Dodge City.
Carly Ann Bauer.
As Conks with a little something brewing. Runners at the corners. Tyne runs over there at third. And Amy misses away. Head coach Howie Smith calling out the offense. I got a text saying, "Hey, Daisha, how does Primes on the 9 sound? Pick you up at 6 go Conks," from Trey Vasquez. That's a swing and a miss. A tip foul tip, though.
Sounds like Trey's ready.
I guess so. All right. Count is 1 ball, 1 strike to Bauer. Amy getting her sign. Larks clinging to the lead. And that is on the ground. Jesse, the backhand stab, throw across. Chelsea with a step in the stretch. A nice play by Chelsea to hang over there. And there are 2 away.
It's a good play.
Jesse made that throw from deep in the hole. And 2 outs here for the Larks, with Haley Bass coming to bat.
Number 4,
Yeah, see, I was looking out for your best interest, Tim, to be up here and get a little warm. I saw the Chiefs hat on and looking chilled. Your wife wrapped up in a blanket here. She's head volleyball coach Casey Cole. And that misses, or catches the outside corner for a strike.
Yeah, like I say, we don't usually get this luxury
Yeah,
being
I
an
know.
outdoor sport all the time. So it is nice a little bit.
Yeah.
Getting to soak it up and just actually get to enjoy watching a game.
That's right. That pitch downstairs, and our count 1 ball, 1 strike. Tomorrow, first pitch 1 o'clock. Is that correct?
That's correct.
Okay.
Yeah, we start at 1 and then probably around 3:30 for game 2.
Okay, good enough. We'll be in action tomorrow from Oswald Field, historical Oswald Field, as Dr. Phil liked to say yesterday.
There you go.
And it is historical. The 1-1 stays too far outside, and our count 2 balls, 1 strike.
It's a good pitch.
Built when I was a freshman, 1996 at Heston College. And there were 17 blades of grass on the infield. We know we counted each and every one of them.
A little different now.
A lot different. They count 2 balls and 1 strike.
Would love to get it back to the status of Art Mullet, though. That would be great.
Well, a little TLC goes a long way.
Absolutely.
They count 3 balls and a strike to Bass. Strike 2 on the outside half. And we are full, 3 balls and 2 strikes. Doesn't get much more full than this. Payoff pitch on the way here for Amy and the Larks. Bass 0 for 2. On the ground at Jesse. Jesse off the hop. The throw across. Chelsea with a stretch. Larks work their way and wiggle out of the jam. We've played 4.5. Larks lead 7-6. We'll be back after this here on the Lark Network.
I've definitely grown as a person to be more confident, and working with my professors, they really want to have a good relationship with you.
I think what makes a good student is someone who is curious, someone who is genuine, really commits to wanting to learn things that will help them in their life and connect the dots between faith and learning. I think those are qualities that make a student that's exciting to work with for me as a professor, and really gives life into what I enjoy doing.
If someone's going to have a relationship with you and then be mentored or discipled by you, they need to feel like they belong and they fit, and that you value them as a person.
This year I'm more prepared to help other freshmen and to bring them under my wing. And just helping around campus, learning about the new activities and being able to share that with so many other people.
To donate it. So welcome back here to Best Mullet Field, as we're going to the bottom of the 5th, and my half of the scorebook on the Heston College side is all messed up because the Larks sent 11 batters to the plate in the 2nd when they rallied to take the lead.
Really?
Yeah. Bailey Hollinger coming to bat. She drew a walk and popped out in her first at bat. So Got another text I got to read here. Just a second. Shout out to my girl KB for me, please. So, all right. Maybe I would say shout out to Carly Ann Bauer from Lakewood, Colorado. Dodge City with 12 Colorado girls on the roster. As Bailey digging in against Espinoza. And the changeup drops in for the strike. That slow change has kind of been the bane of the Larks' existence right now, Tim. I think that was kind of a theme last year for you guys. A soft-tossing lefty could give you guys all kinds of fits as Bailey fouls that one off.
Yeah, sometimes the changeup is honestly one of the best pitches for a pitcher to have. So you can't recognize it right away sometimes, and it looks so big and fat, but then when it gets to you, you just swing right over the top of it.
Especially this changeup here, too, with the angle of the release. The 0-2, and Bailey on the ground at the third baseman. Bass throw across in time, and there's one away.
One of the favorite things we do in the fall is have Chelsea face our guys hitting-wise, and oh man, she just mows them down.
Right.
It's just completely different angle for baseball and softball. So,
and I'm sure your guys probably never spoke a word of trash talk before that at all.
Oh, not at all.
No, not like that. They didn't speak a word of trash either when they played the volleyball team for the Enid Challenge, which was a lot of fun.
Yeah, they think they're way better than what they are.
That pitch stays inside. One out here for Natalie. Tim's squad divided up into teams of 6 or 7, ended up playing the volleyball team in games to 11, which was a lot of fun. I wrote a column about that.
Yeah, it was awesome.
And the volleyball team absolutely decimated the baseball team. They count 2 balls, no strikes.
I think one team scored 3.
4.
Was it 4?
4.
Okay.
The closest was 11-4, and then the all-star team got beat 11-1 that they put together.
Yeah, they're not too smart sometimes. They're good boys. They're just not too smart sometimes.
The 2-0 on the way from Espinoza, and Natalie takes the strike, and the count now 2 balls, 1 strike. Yeah, I remember that was a lot of fun. I think if there's a way we could stream that, that would be a lot of fun for people to see.
We have a blast with it. The guys love it, and the volleyball team, and I think the rest of the crowd like it. There we go, hit by pitch.
Natalie takes the pitch inside and is hit by a pitch, and she is aboard after wearing the slow change, and that brings up Olivia. Olivia drew a walk and popped out into an infield fly. She's 0-for 2 on the afternoon, or in the evening. So, yeah, we've got a lot of things coming up. And that one misses inside. And, Tim, I'm going to ask you a question here. Maybe you can talk a little bit as we go on about this tournament you guys are going to in North Ark.
Yeah, so we played North Ark last year. Their head coach, Eric Osner, is same year as me. We both started the program, or came into our programs last year, and so he told me about this tournament when we played them last year, and it sounded like something that we would want to get in. And I'm playing 3 different teams.
Okay.
So we'll leave Thursday, and we play Rock Valley from Illinois, and then Western Tech on Friday, and then we play 2 games on Saturday against Moraine Valley.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. This is really great because I think that'll be and if memory serves me, I think this is the first Hesston College baseball tournament that you guys have, or Hesston College has ever gone to in a baseball tournament fashion, so to speak.
Yeah, no, it is. It'll be a little bit different for our guys. I mean, we're not going to get to do the typical BP and a lot of that before games, and so we'll see how we do. But I think a lot of the guys are so used to it, too, with coming from travel ball, and that's kind of the norm now. So it should be fairly familiar to them. But, yeah, college ball, it's not the norm at all.
Right. Olivia taking a strike. Our count. 1 strike to Olivia. With Natalie over at first. And Olivia lays off the changeup. And we're even at a ball and a strike. 2-1, I think. I might be off. I might have missed one. That's fouled back into the netting. Our count moves. 2 strikes on Olivia. Jesse on deck. And she is Swinging a hot bat. It's starting to heat up. Olivia trying to right the left side. That's fouled off, and our count still riding. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Well, can't wait for baseball tomorrow. That'll be a lot of fun.
The weather can't be nicer either.
Yeah, it sounds like it's going to be a gorgeous day for baseball.
This whole week really has been nice. We're soaking up the sun for sure.
Strike 3 called. Olivia goes down looking on the changeup, and that brings up Jessie Miranda. And Jessie 3 for 3 with 2 runs driven in.
She's had a good night.
Number 21, Jessie Miranda.
Good to see the Larks leadoff hitter getting her bat rolling. Jessie shows bunt, pulls it back, and takes a ball. Some of your Jessie on the ground at the first baseman who smothers it. Browdy steps on first, and that will do it for the 5th. I was going to say, Tim, some of your baseball guys, they are under the scoreboard right now, sitting out there enjoying the view from center field. We're going to be back with the start of the 6th. Larks leading 7-6. Back after this here on the Lark Network.
The RN to BSN program offers hybrid courses scheduled to promote life balance and also offers a special RN to BSN tuition program. Hesston College provides the education and personal attention expected of a top private school at a cost comparable to public institutions. 100% of students who applied for financial aid received aid.
After classroom and clinicals, the ultimate goal is passing the RN licensure exam and getting a job. 98% of Hesston College's 1,600 graduates have achieved a RN licensure. Graduates are well respected in the healthcare industry with a great record of job placement. My employer loves hiring Hesston graduates and recruits them every spring.
Be a part of the tradition of caring as a Hesston College BSN student. Learn more about the Hesston College nursing program today.
Loaded.
How many outs when they were?
And welcome back here to 1 and 2. Welcome back here to the top of the 6th here from the Best Mullet Field. I'm sitting here with head baseball coach Tim Cole. Oh, this will be interesting. Okay. 6 of the Dodge girls from Colorado come from the Colorado Invasion competitive team, one of the best teams Colorado has ever had. Okay, that makes a lot of sense here. So Coach Smith with a pipeline to Colorado recruiting. And Tim, in your second year, I'm going to put you on the spot. Are you ready for this?
Okay, let's go.
How hard is it to develop those pipelines, and what kind of pipelines do you want to develop as coach here at Hesston College?
You know, so a lot of it, so much of it's just relationships, and so you get to build relationships with other coaches and other people and areas. For us, actually, Circle, which is a 4A school here in Kansas that's actually been really good for us here as lately. We signed 4 of their kids on this year's squad, and we've already signed 2 more for next year with a potential another one.
And Christy's getting a Circle player, I think, too, as well.
She is, yeah, and we've had some good Circle players for us.
That's a hard hit ball at Natalie, and Natalie can't come up with it as Espinoza aboard after the error.
Former basketball player Cal Hartley, Circle kid as well. So, you know, I think we've worked to develop that relationship a little bit more. Also with us, we've kind of focused internationally in some different ways, and that's helped us. So a lot of it just kind of depends on your school and what you have and what you're able to offer. So, yeah.
Bunch on runner going, and the throw offline. Espinoza with her 3rd stolen base of the day, second in this game. You do a lot with speed in this game.
Oh, yes, you can. Absolutely. That's part of our game a little bit.
Yeah. Can't coach it, that's for sure.
No, not all
you
the time.
You can't tell someone to go be fast. Avila in here with 1 ball, and the pitch on the ground at Jessie. Jessie makes the play, throw over, and the umpire right there on top of things signaling that there was not interference. And there's an out as the runner moves up. Jesse slinging the web over there at shortstop.
Number 6, Alex Pacheco.
Got a text saying, awesome job, baby girl. I love you, Auntie Missy. That is to Jessica Espinoza. Pacheco digging in. She had a 2-run double as Chelsea steps on third, makes the play, comes up and makes a tag. I meant stepped on first. Chelsea with a nice play over their heads up quick move. And there are 2 outs for Allie Hufford, who singled in a run.
Number 17, Allie Hufford.
Tying run just sitting 60 feet away over at third. And the pitch misses outside, 1 ball from Amy Bertato. That's a slow tap foul ball, left side towards the dugouts, which are enclosed in netting. And our count 1 ball and 1 strike.
I believe that's a rule.
It is.
Yeah.
It is a rule, yeah.
They built the field without the netting.
And had to come back in and add that, yeah.
Add it. Christy was happy about that, I think.
Count even at a ball and a strike here to Allie Hufford. That's on the ground at Jesse. Jesse throws from deep in the hole and makes the play. Jesse steps up, and the Larks force a runner to strand, and we have played 5.5. Larks leading 7-6. We'll be back after this here on the Lark Network.
I've definitely grown as a person to be more confident, and working with my professors, they really want to have a good relationship with you.
I think what makes a good student is someone who is curious, someone who is genuine, really commits to wanting to learn things that will help them in their life and connect the dots between faith and learning. I think those are qualities that make a student that's exciting to work with for me as a professor, and really gives life into what I enjoy doing.
If someone's going to have a relationship with you and then be mentored or discipled by you, they need to feel like they belong and they fit, and that you value them as a person.
This year I'm more prepared to help other freshmen and to bring them under my wing. And just helping around campus, learning about the new activities and being able to share that with so many other people.
There's a tweet of her dancing. Welcome back to Oswald Field. We were able to embed that.
That's awesome.
So, bottom 6, Larks clinging to the 1-run lead, trying to add to it as we have a new pitcher. It looks like this is Allie Hufford coming into pitch. So all kinds of position changing going on here.
This is the 3rd pitcher this game?
Yeah, this is the 3rd, yeah.
Little strategy.
You can do a little bit more with college softball than you can maybe in terms of switching things in baseball. Rob Ramsire, one of the previous baseball coaches, said he would have loved and probably abused the reentry rule if he had a chance to do that.
Oh man, that would have been awesome. It would be awesome, yeah. Yeah, you kind of have to play your straight 9 in a lot of ways.
Yeah.
There's definitely strategy to it.
There is, absolutely.
Yeah.
Nis stepping up here in the bottom of the 6th with the Larks up 7-6. As Hufford coming in to hurl. So Nis digging in here in the that. Nis taking a strike. This pulls back, and they appeal down, and the count quickly even, 1 ball, 1 strike. That text saying the commercials are loud, but that's on the ground at Huff. Throw across, just in time.
That looked close.
That was very close. Nis is thrown out running to first. And 1 away.
I think she was safe.
Oh. Enjoying some conch softball, watching the Region 6 tournament in Dodge. Butler upset the Hutchison women, and the Barton upset the Hutchison women, which is huge.
That is big.
And the Butler girls beat Seward girls. Butler boys beat Colby.
Wow.
Go Conchs. All right. That's a big upset in the tournament. Marissa takes a strike, and the count 1 ball, 1 strike. Hufford working. In the bottom of the 6th, I'm going to make a not-so-bold prediction, Tim, as that one misses outside, and the count 2 balls, 1 strike to Marissa. Chelsea Smith will pitch the 7th.
I think there's good odds. I think there's good odds.
The not-so-overly bold prediction.
Yeah, when you've got that in your bullpen or just on first base,
Marissa
for sure.
flares it off the fists and foul, and we've seen a whole bunch of those tonight,
Yeah.
and they're 2 away.
No, Chelsea's pretty good. She can strike out a lot of baseball guys. I know that.
Yeah. Go Tia Anissa, love you from Cruz and Elias. Shout out to my girlfriend, Haley Bass. All right, so a lot of people tuning in, and that one at the knees for a strike to Augie. Augie is 0 for 1. Coach Stevenson says hey to Coach Cole.
Phil, there he is. Yeah, Phil and I actually go back quite a ways.
Okay.
So he taught me lessons for both hitting and some pitching.
Okay,
back
great.
when I was in Little League.
Great.
So, oh yeah, Phil's an amazing guy. Love
The
him.
count 1 ball and 1 strike. That one stays high, and our count 2 balls and a strike to Augie.
We just got to play each other. That's the
There
biggest
you
thing.
go. Okay. Okay. All right. Hey, Dodge City used to come over here when they dropped down to Division II.
Yeah, they did. They did. I know when Rob was coaching, I think they played quite a bit.
That's a line drive that is off the glove and foul. And the count 2 balls and 2 strikes to Augie with Amy waiting on deck. Next thing we need to do is be able to get the on-camera interview with you during the game. But you might have a little bit too much on your plate there, Tim.
Just give me a couple minutes, and then I'd be able to do it.
That's a slow tap back to Hufford, throw over, and the Larks go 1, 2, 3. We'll go to the top of the 7th. Larks clean the 1-run lead, 7-6. We're back after this here on the Lark Network.
The RN to BSN program offers hybrid courses scheduled to promote life balance and also offers a special RN to BSN tuition program. Hesston College provides the education and personal attention expected of a top private school at a cost comparable to public institutions. 100% of students who applied for financial aid received aid.
After classroom and clinicals, the ultimate goal is passing the RN licensure exam and getting a job. 98% of Hesston College's 1,600 graduates have achieved a RN licensure. Graduates are well respected in the healthcare industry with a great record of job placement. My employer loves hiring Hesston graduates and recruits them every spring.
Be a part of the tradition of caring as a Hesston College BSN student. Learn more about the Hesston College nursing program today.
And welcome back here to Best Bowl Field as we're in the top of the 7th. Larks with a 7-6 lead. Amy coming out, kind of throwing both Tim and I for a loop.
Yeah, hey.
But sometimes you just
don't mess with it, She's put up a couple zeros now, so let's see what she can do here in the 7th.
Yeah. Courtney Huff, Deja Mendez, and Gianna Browdy all coming to bat here for the Conchs in the 7th. And Huff has singled once. And she takes a pitch low from Amy for a ball. Larks leading 7-6 here from the Bess. Amy deals. On the ground at Jesse. Jesse with a funky hop plays across, and there's one away. Jesse has been a black hole over there today. She played that off an ugly hop, but made the play and one out for Deja Mendez. That one misses away, and our count 1 ball to Deja. I think there's a glass of hot tea in my future for tomorrow.
Sounds like a good future. Absolutely.
The 1-0 drops in for a strike on the off-speedish pitch. And our count evens up at 1 ball, 1 strike. Mendez singled her last at bat. She lays off, and our count 2 balls and a strike.
Looks like this umpire likes to squeeze a little bit.
That's on the ground at Natalie. Natalie sits down fundamentally sound and makes the play, and there's 2 outs.
There we go.
I've got a question for Coach Cole. Which is more exciting to watch, baseball or softball?
For me, it's a no-brainer. that's going to be baseball for me.
Got a text here from the 3 amigos in center. How you doing, big-time Timmy Jimmy?
Oh, jeez.
That one fouled back and out of play.
Just wait till our next practice.
Browdy stepping in.
But yeah, baseball fan. I've always, love baseball. So, but softball is a lot of fun to watch.
It is.
It is nice to just get to watch a game sometimes.
Yeah. They're waving at you now.
Uh-huh, yeah.
The 0-1 coming up.
Just wait.
That one misses outside in our count. 1 ball, 1 strike. Apparently they've got it up on their phone watching the game. The count 1 ball, 1 strike here to Browdy. 0-4-3. A line drive, that'll be a base hit to center, and the tying run aboard here for the Conks in the 7th. Got his text saying, "Let's go, sis, love Celeste." So all kinds of people texting. A lot of feedback today. That's kind of what one of the unique things is being able to do that and throw that. And we started that during basketball one time on a whim. And all of a sudden, we've kind of kept it going all the time. Fortunately, I have unlimited text messages, so.
Yeah, it makes it a lot of fun just to kind of stay in tune.
Jordan Irwin coming back in to hit, and she'll take a pitch on the outside corner for a ball. Make sure I get a runner aboard here. Brett said, "What are you going to do? Run me from the 3 amigos out there in center field." That one misses away. 2 balls, no strikes.
I've got a nice surprise for him.
Oh, you've got a nice surprise. Oh, good. Oh, I can't wait.
Oh, yeah. Wednesday will be a great practice.
Wednesday will be fun. All right.
Absolutely.
The 2-0 coming up. But that might be, Tim, if we do this right, as that pitch misses high and away, that could be a column.
If
you did this right and punish them properly. The 3-0, that misses outside, and a walk issued here by Amy. So Irwin aboard after the walk, and the Conks with a couple runners on with 2 away. I'd be willing to write about that and how mouthy baseball players got in trouble.
Yeah, that's the worst thing they do, then we're okay.
Yeah. Let's go Larks softball from the Bertato family.
There we go.
2 on, 2 out here for the Conks, and there is a strike from Amy. She battles back after the walk and takes a strike. What I'd really like to see is the Lark faithful come out and really take the Texas A&M baseball ball 4, ball 5 chant and bring that to life here.
Bring it to Oswald, huh?
Yeah. As that one misses outside in our count. 1 ball, 1 strike. Christy, I think, wanted that to be a strike as she's outside the dugout. Now the count even up 1 ball, 1 strike. That is a slow roller that rolls foul, and Chelsea gloves it. You know, here's the thing. Got a text saying, shout out to my fabulous niece, Haley Bass. Go Conks from Aunt Jen. You've got the number here of who sent that, so now you know. I'm sure you can figure out who sent that. That one misses outside from Amy, and our count 2 balls and 2 strikes.
I've got good resources.
No, I'm sure you do. I'm sure you do. I can always send you that message, too, if you need the number. Deuces wild across the top of that scoreboard. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs.
Come on, Amy.
That pitch fisted foul and into foul territory, and Haley Bass staying alive here. Amy deals. Down in the dirt, and Marissa with a nice stop, and we're full 3 balls and 2 strikes. Count is full. Runners will be moving here with 2 outs on this payoff pitch. Amy getting her sign. On the ground, fouled off. And our count, 3 balls and 2 strikes here. Payoff pitch on the way. Jacob Baker just came inside the press box and made a mess. Over here, Charger right here. Payoff pitch on the way here for Amy. Changeup drifts high, and the bases are loaded after the walk from Amy. Okay.
Number 3, Jessica Espinoza.
And Jessica Espinoza coming to bat here in the top of the 7th. Yeah, just sit it right there. We're fine. What? No. No, again. So this will be Espinoza coming to bat. Looks like we've got a couple runners coming in. Amy working here in a big-time jam. From Bess Mullafield. Yeah, actually, Tim, I do like the Support Your Guys show for Lark Athletics. They came over right after dinner, right after practice, bat bags, just they're congregated here, then went grabbed a quick bite, and they're back out here.
Now, for us, it's all about community, right. and we try to support as much as we can, and, you know, we got a full agenda. That was a close call.
That pitch missing inside.
Like a good pitch, but
and the count 1 ball, no strikes.
No, that's the great thing about college. You know, I mean, you get to, you know, you get to build relationships and get really close with other people in athletics and outside of athletics, and so you get to know a lot of different people from everywhere. Man.
That pitch misses inside, and our count 2 balls, no strikes.
That is right there. Boy. I think Christy's ready to throw down.
Things get a little tense here with the tying run just 60 feet away here for Dodge City.
I get it. It's an intense moment for sure.
Time called here by Espinoza. That fly ball.
Come on.
And Augie can't come up with a 1 run coming in. A second on the heels, a third on the way. Espinoza thinking 3 as she comes up with the bases clearing triple. And Dodge City has rallied, and they take a 9-7 lead here after the 3-run triple, as Augie couldn't come up with it.
Tough play.
Number 1.
Just misjudged it. She hit it well.
Big hit for Espinoza. And Dodge City with 3 big runs. That's on the ground at Jesse. Jesse throws over, but the damage done. The Larks will have work to do. They trail by 2, 9-7. We'll be back after this here on the Lark Network.
I've definitely grown as a person to be more confident, and working with my professors, they really want to have a good relationship with you.
I think what makes a good student is someone who is curious, someone who is genuine, really commits to wanting to learn things that will help them in their life and connect the dots between faith and learning. I think those are qualities that make a student that's exciting to work with for me as a professor and really gives life into what I enjoy doing.
If someone's going to have a relationship with you and then be mentored or discipled by you, they need to feel like they belong and they fit and that you value them as a person.
This year I'm more prepared to help other freshmen and to bring them under my wing, and just helping around campus, learning about the new activities and being able to share that with so many other people.
And welcome back here. Welcome back to Best Mullet Field. I'm joined by Jacob Baker. He gets one out before we'll hand it back to Tim Cole. Larks with work to do. Got a bunch of text messages to go through real quick here. Go Conks defense. That's from the 303. Wow. That's my girl from Jessica. We've had a lot of good feedback from both fans as Amy coming to bat here, and the Larks have work to do. Jacob, you can't get a bases empty grand slam. You do know that about
but
softball,
you can't get a home run. And I'm expecting a dinger right now, so let's see it. You know.
Larks need base runners here. Amy coming to bat in the bottom of the 7th, and she'll take the pitch upstairs for a strike.
She's too patient for me.
I
would swing at everything.
That one misses away in our count.
Oh, we only have 2 more strikes.
Count evens up, 1 ball, 1 strike here to Amy. And I believe this is still Hufford pitching, as that one stays low to Amy. The count, 2 balls, 1 strike. The 2-1 coming up. Amy fouls it back into the fence, and our count moves 2 balls, 2 strikes. Let's go Conks from the Mendezes. I like that. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Amy swings and misses.
Oh, and there's my out.
You didn't add a whole lot, Jacob.
First time.
Yeah, a little intimidating.
Kind of a little scared.
1 away here for Chelsea Smith as Tim will step back in.
Had the pressure.
Yeah. Yeah, it's amazing how big a game these guys talk and how quickly they fold.
Hey, it's okay. We all got to learn.
There's a little flare, but gloved perfectly on the first pitch by Huff, and 2 away. Here, as Bailey Hollinger coming to bat.
Trying to make something happen.
Yeah. Swinging. And welcome back here as Bailey stepping in. And Bailey takes a pitch away, 1 ball. Conks came in today. They're 4-2. Larks were 5-5. And Bailey fouls it off to the fence. And they count 1 ball, 1 strike. Tim, one thing we kind of talked about is needing to possibly add some games with all the cancellations. Are you still looking at doing that?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I mean, we're going to be playing a lot of baseball in April, so and we'll try to get a few here in March. But, yeah, we got to find a way to make up those games.
That one fouled back and into the fence. Is there a number that you have to hit against NJCA competition?
No, not necessarily. Okay. Not for playoff purposes, but for us, I mean, it is. We try to get as close to 50 that we can.
Okay.
So for us, we got to make up probably about 4 to hit that right now if we don't have any other cancellations, but we'll see how it goes.
It is spring in Kansas, and the weather's rather fickle.
Yeah, I don't know why we play in fall or why we don't play in fall.
There's a fly ball hit to right center field, but a running catch for Irwin, and that is going to do it. Dodge City with the rally, and Dodge City comes away with the sweep as the Larks fall, losing 9-7. And that is going to do it up for us. Tim, thanks for stopping by.
Hey, I enjoyed it.
Absolutely.
I appreciate
Anytime,
you having
come
me.
on up. Come on
we'll
up.
have to do it every once in a while. So we'll look forward to seeing you tomorrow.
Right. Yep, tomorrow, first pitch, 1 o'clock for Larks baseball. For Tim Cole, I'm Rusty Witcher saying thank you and good night.